Delanoid in here, and welcome back to Diablo. We're continuing the second half of Floor 2. While clearing out these guys, I'll mention the crack in the wall I just passed called a Dark Passage. That relates to a side quest that I made sure to obtain. It's an easy one to look out for. When you start a game, all you have to do is look at the well in the middle of town, and if it's poisoned, you have the quest. And it looks like I just got a level up, but I'll handle that in a little bit. I'm not going to talk that much about the Dark Passage this episode. Instead, I'll save it for the next episode. And believe me, I'm really looking forward to the caverns in there, since, there's still 2 more floors of this church to go through, and going through the caverns is a change of scenery and a change of monsters, which is a very welcome shift. But for right now, it's time to reach the reason why I put some points into my magic skill in the last episode. Just need to clear out these skeletons and pick up the scroll that just dropped. Oh, actually, it's a book that just dropped from the scroll stand, which contains Heal! So let's assign that. Now my mana actually has a use. What am I doing on this screen? Okay, apparently this is the key binding list. Let's get out of this screen. I guess look at it if you want to. Close. Alright, now we have a bookshelf to look at. And that contains a book that I will not be learning. And I don't believe I plan on increasing my magic skill to learn it either. And now to rearrange the inventory and get some space. Tedious. I'm gonna be honest here. I do not miss doing this. In the game's defense, I will say I do respect having a limited inventory space, since logically you wouldn't be able to carry dozens of weapons. But I do miss Diablo 2's belt that has extra pouches. Well, now that I have that covered, let's divvy up my points into accuracy and health. I think that works out well. And now to continue on with the rest of the floor. Sadly, until things start changing, there's really not much more to talk about in this area. It's still the same old cathedral with same old enemies as the first floor, and what I've talked about in the previous episode. So for right now, it's just clearing out enemies until I get to explaining the next mechanic. Now, you may have noticed that little splotch of red on the bottom right corner of my play screen, and that is a little durability meter, which is informing me that my chest piece is, I guess it would be broken. If it was about to break, it would be yellow, but red means it's not doing me any good right now. Which means that I'm going to have to get topside pretty soon in order to repair it. Once I clear the area, I think I'll go do that. So let's kill this guy. And, oh, I think I saw somebody's sword at the top of the screen there. Yep, come on, get over here. Let me kill you. Whack. Oh, I missed. I got the second one. Alright, now let's pick up the stuff that fell on the ground.
Too much baggage. I can't carry anymore. I gotta pawn some of this stuff. Too much baggage.
Yep, I definitely need to go sell. Don't have a scroll on me in the belt. Ah, there it is. Hooray for the town portal, greatest spell in the game. Let's put the portal count to 1 for this series. The other guy will skip the loading screen, go straight to town. And now I should probably explain the town portal spell. Probably the most useful spell in the game, since the dungeon can get pretty deep, and going all the way back just to get to town would be annoying as hell.
Whoa, what can I do for you?
Now, first order of business is to sell my games. Wait, hold on. Maybe I should check to see if there are any upgrades first. Alright, let's look at my stuff, see if anything is better. And damage of this axe looks better. Oh, but I lose my shield. Fuck that. I need my shield.
Whoa, what can I
So
do
now
for you?
let's sell my stuff for reals. Now that that's out of the way, let's repair my stuff. Repair, repair, repair. And now that I've got some scratch, let's see if he's got any good premium items. Huh, looks like I can afford some of them, but I'd really rather not. Alright, there's the well I was talking about earlier. Alright, now let's talk
What
to
ails
the
you, my
healer. I love that he gives free healing. Now, I could buy some healing potions, but I think I'm pretty well stocked. You know what? On second thought, I think I'll grab just a few more healing potions. Just to be safe. I know I have that new spell, but yeah, I don't really want to risk it. When I have the gold for it anyway.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
Ah, I love that guy. I mean, who doesn't have fond memories of Deckard Cain? Now, in a little bit of restrictive game design that actually makes sense, the blacksmith has absolutely no interest in scrolls and books.
I sense a soul in search of answers.
And so you have to go to the witch to sell them. I'm not going to get rid of Identify, because that's probably my most useful scroll. It identifies the special properties of magical armor and weapons. But let's get rid of all the stuff that I do not even have the magic skill to cast. Conveniently in red. And that should do it for my selling. Oh, my gold is looking pretty nice now. Yep, that's everything I need to do with her. Which means back to micromanagement. Shuffling around the inventory. Yay. Don't get me wrong, I do like restrictions, but if you're going to have restrictions, I kind of like some RPGs that have a weight limit,
I sense a
which
soul
can
in search
increase
of
the number of
answers.
items you have if you increase your strength score. Or other ways of increasing inventory space, a la Resident Evil 4 and the upgradable suitcases. And she's got nothing I really want to buy, so it's time to go back to the portal. Now, portals are really very useful, especially if you're playing multiplayer online, since the person who made the portal can just leave it up so long as they don't go back in it themselves, because it'll just stay up indefinitely until the person who made it goes back through it. So if two people playing together both make a portal, they can just make sure to return to the dungeon through the other person's portal and just keep reusing the same portals. Now in this room you may notice a little pool called a murky pool. That's another mechanic in the game, part of the random layout generator. Will occasionally make little shrines and other little useful things like this. Once I clear out the guys, I'll show you what the murky descriptor does. Well, after I pick up loots too. That's always important. Now, the pool is I think it's a 1 or 2 shot or charge thing. But as you see, enemies in the distance, instead of being cloaked in shadow, are now red. And even better, enemies in a completely different room are visible. So for a few minute window, I have X-ray vision and can see what's coming up so I don't get ambushed. Or at least I can prepare for the ambush. I'm gonna get ambushed anyway. And let's use a Scroll of Identify that I saved on this ring. I don't have any bling anyway, so I get to equip it. And that is going to be a fun room to clear. Well, let's clear that guy out of the way first. Oh, another magic item. I'll have to identify that later. Right now, let's get this show moving. Looks like we got one little room to clear out. See a dead end on the map. Once these guys are killed, I have that room full of archers to look forward to. Oh, that's going to be a world of pain. Alright, that does it for this room. Ah, gotta brace myself. Good thing I have the X-ray vision. Otherwise, this would be a huge shock. Oh, just used my healing spell for the first time, and man, is my mana drained. That's what I get for not being a wizard. Man, this is a lot of guys. I'm obviously running out of things to talk about on this level. I should be getting pretty close to leveling up after all these guys. What do I got? One more archer left? Oh, no, found one of those guys. And another archer. Oh, there goes the level. Just waiting for that. Yay for refilled mana bar. Alright, let's assign these points. More accuracy, more health. That's gotta be good, right? Now on the map, it looked like I had one more room, then I get to finish this out. I don't see any red outlines, so my murky pool must have run out. Yep, last room, and it's full of scrolls and books of wonderment. Possibly. Once I kill everybody, I'll be able to check. Got a scroll. Yay! Town portal! Gotta love those. You need so many. Alright. That is every room of this floor except one, but I'm saving that for another time. Now about this axe. Oh, son of a bitch. It's a cursed item. If you notice the -2 health. That's one thing a lot of games tend to avoid, and I'm not sure why. Items that are more of a hindrance than a help. Fortunately, there is kind of a really cheap way around accidentally getting cursed items, since they don't sell for nearly as much as just a non-magic item, you know, what with being cursed and all. But I'm not going to use that method since it involves saving, quitting, and being all around pretty cheap. But you save the game, have Deckard Cain identify the item or identify with a scroll, and if it happens to be cursed, reload that save and sell it to the blacksmith. Now, next time, the caverns.
I am giddy, I am tingling to see this throng, this horde before me. Those of you who are tightly gripping your Herodric staff, please raise your voices.